Hello, all. What a day. What a day. When you think you've seen it all, then you see more. Straight up. Straight up. I mean, I don't even have the words, really, after what happened today. I really don't. I don't. I don't have the words other than this. Sometimes people don't let you down. You just had them up too high. You know? That's just a raw, honest truth that we all have to face. We really do. And it's not even just holding people too high. It's even holding yourself too high, right? When you allow your ego, your flesh, and your pride to dictate your moves, dictate your actions towards one another, dictate your thoughts towards one another. I mean, even today, after the circumstantial events that were totally strategically placed, nobody can tell me otherwise. You know, it's so blatantly obvious. And it's just a shame. It's a shame that we now live in a world where people act childish, really. It really is. It's just childish. For whatever reason, you know, and at the end of the day, it's just from being broken. It really is. You know, I'm broken too. Definitely not perfect by any means. But, you know, when you find yourself on the side, when you're having to make decisions and choices in your day to strategically plan things to like make somebody respond or act in a certain way just to like clear your conscience, you know what I mean? You really have to ask yourself, why are you putting yourself in that position to carry that weight, to carry that anguish? Because it is anguish. It's not a good feeling, you know? And, you know, it came to me on my way home after today. I'm never going to meet circumstances or events that I go through with the same thing they meet me with. You know what I mean? And it's just not who I am. It's not who I am anymore, and it dang sure wasn't who I was before. I'm not saying I was perfect before I went through my spiritual awakening and anything like that by any means, but I've just never been somebody that runs on ego. I really haven't, you know, and I've never been somebody that runs on money. And there's a lot of people in this world that do run on ego and they run on money, you know, and they make certain decisions with their money that aren't quite, you know, the most ethical, moral way. And it leads them down particular roads, and then they get caught up in circumstantial events and end up having to make decisions and choices that they don't want to. They really don't. Why? Because the system is built to condition you to make those decisions and choices, because the system knows that you don't feel worthy unless you have money. And those that have money are conditioned to feel a certain way, just like those that don't have money are conditioned to feel a certain way. It's all a game. It's all a ploy. It really is, for entertainment purposes only. You know, and take away what resonates. You know, when it comes to my past and people of my past and, you know, whatever ways you played of my past, like, I just want you to be happy. I really do. I really do. I just want to be happy, and I'm doing the best I can given the circumstances that I'm living through, no doubt. And I give all grace to God because I'm able to handle and approach each situation the way that I do. You know, it's just hilarious, the events that transpired today. And it's just like, really? Really? That's what we're resorting to at this point? And all I can say is this, is if you find yourself in a position, you know, and the best thing that's helped me is if I'm in a situation or I'm in a position that I know it's going to put me in a position where I may respond in a negative manner, I'm going to try to avoid it. I'm going to try to avoid putting myself in a circumstance where I might say things that would not be great, especially when I'm at work. Like, why would you bring that madness to work? But of course, why wouldn't you? You know, everything's ridiculous, you know? But you're not going to catch me like stooping down to that level, you know? Like, it's just crazy. And I just feel bad. I feel bad for me and I feel bad for you. I really do. I feel bad for me and I feel bad for you. I feel bad for both of us. Life wasn't designed for these types of transactions. It wasn't designed for these types of experiences for anyone. 555 on the clock. And what we're doing to each other is just absolutely saddened. It saddens me to the core. It really does. And I was outside talking to my coworker today because I literally had my heart ripped out in front of me twice today. And it's like God's been preparing me. I knew that day was going to come, sure enough. And after my ride to work, that was eventful. It was a roller coaster, as some would say, you know. And it's like, I handled it. I did indeed, just like my birthday. You know how I am. You know how I operate. You know who I'm talking to because I know you be watching my videos. You know, both of you. And all I can say is, man, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for me and I feel bad for you. I just want you to be happy. I just want you to be happy and I want to be happy. Can you just leave me alone, please? Please, just leave me alone. I'm leaving you alone. Why can't you do the same? I don't understand it. I really don't. But then at the same time, I do understand it because I know that your hands are tied and you guys are having to do these types of things because of the choices you've made. And it's become big. I am still here and I'm still alive and I'm telling my truths. And it's exposing you. And so here we are, having to go down childish lanes and play childish things like we're up in high school. Literally up in high school. 40 years old and older playing high school manipulative games. Still. At what point do you look in the mirror and you ask yourself, I think I probably need to change some ways. I think I probably need to make some different choices. I know I had to face those things too. And I'm making a different pathway for myself, for my son and I, for my future. And it ruffles your feathers and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever I did that makes you feel some sort of way to come at me. I really, truly am. You know? But it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop with the madness. You know? Like, life was not designed for this. I literally just want people to love each other. You know? Like, you can't be in a position of life and want to make moves in other people's lives to get them in a negative headspace and be at a happy place in your life. 2 and 2 does not go together. And I want you to live a happy life. I want to live a happy life. I want everybody in this world to live a happy life. You deserve that. I deserve that. We all deserve that. And God is here. I was standing outside and I was talking to my coworker because I was just like just sorting through the process of what happened today. Emotionally, you know? And lightning was striking and she was like, wow. I was like, girl, I'm used to that. God's just like, I'm telling you, what I'm telling you right now is straight facts. And that's God telling you it is. Like, it is. God just works with me, man. And I know it freaks people out and I'm sorry. And I really do truly forgive you. And I just ask that you forgive me. Just forgive me, you know, and let me live my life, please. Without the madness. Without the madness. I hope this video resonated. It's a 10-minute and I hope you